How to add color blocking to a dress. Okay, so the way we do this is pretty similar to doing a separate waistband on a skirt, which we've done previously, but I'm going to show you how to do different color blocking on a dress. So you have your sheath dress, sorry, and there's a couple things that you can do. One is, let's say you wanted to do a contrast color blocking band on the bottom. What you can do easily is go to the shape layer, unlock it, and let me zoom in a little bit. And what you can do is draft a line. Let's say I don't want to make it too wide. You do want to do past the boundaries. You're going to press Shift, so it's a nice straight line, past the boundaries of the dress. Then you're going to go to Window and select Pathfinder. Okay, and what you're going to do is with the selection tool, you're going to select both your dress and the line you just drew. Okay, you're going to select both, and you're just going to go to the second row of Pathfinders in the first item called Divide. You're going to select that, and always remember it does group it automatically, so you're going to right click and ungroup. And now you have two separate pieces. So now, just to show you, the dress on the top, let's say I'm going to give it a white fill. Go under fill and say white. Okay, and the bottom, let's say I want black. And there it is. Okay, so now I gave it two separate colors. So if I want the top to be green and I want the bottom to be blue, then I can do that. Okay, so now I have two separate panels. Okay, so very common to do. To do color blocking, and then a bottom panel having contrast is very, very common. Something else that you can do, give it a little bit more style, is for example doing side panels, and this is very slimming. It does really well. So what you can do is, if this is what you want to do, then I go ahead and go to the detail layer and remove my darts, because they're going to have contrast panels, and the darts are going to be kind of embedded within the seams of the panel. So I'm going to go down to my shape layer, and I'm going to draft princess seams, and I'm basically, like I mentioned in class, use these guidelines. The only thing is I'm going to go past, again, the boundaries of the dress. Pretty much have to go, what's a straight line there, and just very slowly click on your last point and just follow the line carefully. Click on the last point and go a little past the boundaries. There. And if you need to do any smoothing out, you can. But once you're happy with it, let's, for the sake of time, say I'm happy with it, I'm going to go ahead and select this, and I'm going to mirror. Press Alt, click right in the middle, click, make sure it's on vertical, copy, and have it go on the other side. What I'm going to do though is I want panels, two panels, here, here, and then I have the center one, which would make it a third panel in the front. So I have one major front panel and two side ones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide shape, but first I'm going to select this line and this body, and I'm going to say divide and ungroup, right click, ungroup, and then I'm going to go on this side and marquee select with my arrow, and I'm going to divide, and then right click, ungroup, and now let's say my middle panel I want red, and my side panels I want black, for example. Then I can do that. How great is that? There you go. Okay. Or if I want the middle panel to be black, and I want the side panels to be white, then I can do that. Again, if you change your mind, you can do that, which is amazing and wonderful. Okay. Just remember, once you're done, make sure you go back and change your stroke color to black. I'm leaving it red right now so you can see it better. But just make sure before you turn anything in or print anything out that you actually go back and change it. The only time you leave a colored, for example, stitch line, one is if you have black, you have to change the stitch line to like a light gray so you can actually see it. Otherwise, if you have contrast stitching, if you purposely say you want, let's say, you want red thread, then I would change the stroke for the shape. I'd make it black, but then the stitch line I'd leave black. I'm sorry, I'd leave red. Okay, so you can leave it, you can leave it colored if you want. So you can do that with anything. You can make a line here under the bust. You can do the waist. It's up to you. But just remember, if you're doing separate panels like here, you just have to do it on one side and then divide, right-click on group, and then do the other. If you're doing more stylized lines, for example, for your princess seams, like this is traditional princess seams, but you could actually go ahead and do a princess seam that looks, for example, that starts from the underarm, and in which case, or in the middle of the armhole, so in which case you would use this kind of guide, go out and then follow the line. Sometimes they go from the underarm and then go out and follow the line. It's entirely up to you. Okay, that's a perfect easy way to do color blocking.